Welcome to our English class once again, and we are here today to discuss the question answers of chapter 5 from our book Footprints Without Feet. The chapter also is Footprints Without Feet. So let us go ahead with the question answers. But before that, let us have a quick revision of the chapter that we have read. These are certain important points that will help you in recapitulating the chapter that you already have read. Two boys on a London street were surprised to see fresh muddy footprints of bare feet without finding who was making them. These footprints had been made by Griffin, an eccentric scientist who had discovered how to make his body transparent. To get away after he had burned his landlord's house down, he had to remove his clothes so that he could become invisible. Griffin entered unseen into a big store to get warm. When the storm closed at night, he put on new clothes, consumed meat, coffee from the restaurant, and went to sleep on a pile of quilts. Griffin entered unseen into a big store. This we have already read. He overslept and was seen by the shop assistant in the morning. He again had to take off the clothes in order to escape. Then he entered a theatrical company and wore bandages on his face, dark glasses, false nose, bushy side whiskers, and he robbed the shopkeeper of the money and escaped to Iping village by train to avoid being caught. He rented two rooms at an inn in the village. He explained to Mrs. Hall, the owner, that he had an accident and did not want to be disturbed. Soon his money finished, so he robbed a clergyman's house by using his invisibility. The same day, when Mrs. Hall entered his room, she and her husband were attacked by the furniture. This made Mrs. Hall think that it was haunted by spirits. When the clergyman reported the burglary to the police, Griffin was suspected of having a hand in it. So the village constable Jeffers came to arrest him. And when Mrs. Hall asked Griffin to explain all the unusual happening, Griffin lost his temper and took off all his clothes, thereby becoming invisible again and knocked Jeffers unconscious and ran away once again. So let's start with the question answers now. This is the first question. How did the invisible man first become visible? The invisible man first became visible when he accidentally stepped into some mud and his footprints started becoming visible to two boys who followed him until his footprints fainted and became invisible again. He got rid of them and spent a night at a large London store where he wore some clothes and slept on a pile of quilts. The next morning, when he saw he was still sleeping, the store assistant started coming in and saw him, which was actually the first time he was seen. Why was he wandering the streets? Actually, these questions right now, 1, 2, what we are doing, these are the questions from the portion in the chapter Read and Find Out. So firstly we are discussing Read and Find Out, then we will come to the part Think About It and Talk About it. So this is the second question from Read and Find Out. Why was he wandering the streets? Griffin had burned down the house of his landlord, who had tried to throw him out of the house. He was a lawless person, and to save himself from being caught, he removed all his clothes so that he could not be seen and thus became a homeless wanderer. He did not have any money or clothing left with him. Then again, this is third question from a Read and Find Out section on page number 28. You can find these questions. Why does Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? Griffin arrived at an inn in Iping village during winter season, which itself was an uncommon thing to happen. He also had a weird appearance. Mrs. Hall tried to be friendly with him, but he was rude to her and told her that he did not want to be disturbed. And the reason for his visit to the village of Iping was solitude, meaning he wanted to remain alone. These were some of the reasons due to which Mrs. Hall considered him to be an eccentric scientist. Next question. What curious episode occurs in the study? The clergyman and his wife were awakened early one morning by noises in the study room. When the clergyman went to the study with a metal rod and looked around, he could not find anyone. He even looked under the desk, behind the curtain, and up the chimney, but no one was seen. The strangest part was that even though nobody was there, the desk was opened and money was missing from the drawer. What other extraordinary things happened at the end? You can very well recapitulate what happened. The furniture started attacking Mr. and Mrs. Hall, and somebody came and sniffed next to Mrs. Hall's ear, and the hat, Griffin's hat, it hit against her face. The chair in the room charged toward Mrs. Hall and hit her in the legs. As they both turned in terror, the chair pushed both of them out of the room and the door was slammed, and suddenly a locking sound was heard. Mrs. Hall was scared and felt that the furniture was haunted by spirits and it was the stranger's work. The nearby people started talking that the work was that of a witchcraft. Now, these are the questions from Think About It section. So, question number 1 and 2 are from Think About It. So, from here you will start writing. If you wish, you can write down the earlier questions also in your notebook, but at least from here you have to write down in your notebooks. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment. We know this, he was a lawless person. Now we have to substantiate our answer. How? Griffin never thought twice before harming anybody. He put his landlord's house on fire. Then his stealing acts at the shop and later in the village indicate towards this. When he was encountered by the landlady of the inn, he threw a chair at her and her husband. Lawless persons never think about safety and well-being of others. They are always preoccupied by their own benefits only. Question number 2. How would you assess Griffin as a scientist? Griffin is a brilliant scientist, which is evident from the drug of invisibility. But he seems to enjoy the feeling of power which he got out of his invisibility. The power to hurt anybody without getting noticed can give sadistic pleasure to somebody. A true scientist makes discovery for the larger benefit of the society and not for his selfish interests. Now this third question is from Talk About It section. Again, we are supposed to write down this. Would you like to become invisible? What advantages or disadvantages do you foresee if you did? So I always have been telling you, such kind of questions, they are up to you. How would you like to answer them? You can answer them in yes, you can answer them in no. Just the only need is to make them quite believable. That you have to convince your reader that whatever you have written, it is accurate according to your knowledge. So this is one sample answer. It can be an exciting idea for most of people. Like two facets of coin, invisibility can have many advantages and disadvantages. For a child, invisibility may mean a license to do all kinds of pranks without getting caught. Like a Hindi movie, invisibility can help you beat all the villains black and blue and get rid of them. You might be remembering the name of movie, I guess. Mr. India, I'm just helping you out. Don't write it over there. Once you become invisible, nobody would notice you. Within no time, the sadness of isolation will take over the excitement of being invisible. So these are the disadvantages. You'll have no friend. You will tend to behave like the eccentric scientist in this story. So if you want to write down in some other way, you people are always free and welcome to write down. This is the next question. Are there forces around us that are invisible? For example, magnetism. Are there aspects of matter that are invisible or not visible to the naked eye? What would the world be like if you could see such forces or such aspects of matter? Magnetic force and electrostatic force are examples of invisible force. The atoms and molecules in a matter are so small that they are not visible to the naked eye. Similarly, heat energy is invisible. Similarly, sound is invisible to us. While the idea of seeing invisible things can be very exciting, but their visibility could create too much problem. For example, if we are able to see all the sound around us, that would be too irritating for us. So this is one sample answer. And the last question from this chapter is, what makes glass or water transparent? What is the scientific explanation for this? Do you think it would be scientifically possible for a man to become invisible or transparent? Keep in mind that writers of science fiction have often turned out to be prophetic in their imagination. So let us come to our answer. The fact that light can pass through glass or water make them transparent. When light falls on an object, the reflected light from that object makes it visible to us. If some device can be made which can prevent reflection of light from the human body, then the human body can be made invisible. Sometimes I feel science can make anything happen. So here we come to an end of this chapter and the question answers. Happy reading all of you.